What's up, fellow super soldiers? Today, we're talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the show where Marvel said, what if we took our two most emotionally unavailable characters, made them team up, and forced them to talk about their feelings? Except, instead of therapy sessions, we get explosions and a lot of awkward staring. First off, let's talk about Sam Wilson. He's handed the shield at the end of Endgame and basically goes, nah, I'm good. I mean, come on, man. Steve Rogers looked you in the eye and said, you got this, and Sam's like, yeah, but maybe I'll just give it to a museum. Seriously, Sam, that's like someone giving you the keys to the Batmobile and you're like, I'll just Uber. And then there's this guy, John Walker, Walmart brand Captain America. Look, I know he's trying his best, but every time he showed up, I couldn't help but think, dude, the helmet doesn't fit. It's like wearing someone else's shoes. He had big on the substitute teacher that nobody listens to energy. Every scene with him, I was just waiting for Sam and Bucky to be like, who invited this guy? And then there's Bucky. Oh boy, our grumpy metal-armed buddy. Bucky is like that friend who's 90% silent brooding, and 10% I'm going to punch someone through a wall. His therapist is over here trying to get him to open up, and he's like, nah, I'd rather jump out of a plane without a parachute. Classic Bucky. And speaking of therapy, can we talk about that couple's therapy scene? It was like watching two middle schoolers forced to share a seat on the bus. Legs touching, arms crossed, neither wanting to admit they're friends. Bucky's over there like, I hate you, and Sam's like, not as much as I hate you. This is how Marvel gives us deep character growth through passive-aggressive staring contests. Now, let's get into the villains. The Flag Smashers. They're a group of super soldiers who are mad because borders, or no borders. Look, their goal was kind of vague, but they're led by Carly Morgenthau, who's basically like, I want a better world, but also, I might blow things up. And then, out of nowhere, we get Zemo. That's right, the Sokovian who almost tore the Avengers apart is back, but this time, he's dancing in a club like he's auditioning for a TikTok challenge. That Zemo dance scene, iconic. I don't even care if it added nothing to the plot. The internet lived for it. I'm just over here waiting for Marvel to drop Zemo the musical. But don't let the dancing fool you. Zemo's still dangerous. The guy's walking around like, I'm rich, I've got a mask, and a private jet. Oh, and by the way, super soldiers. Not a fan. And can we talk about how Bucky just strolls into Zemo's prison like it's no big deal? He's basically like, hey, you know that time you brainwashed me into an assassin? Water under the bridge, but help us or I'll throw you out of this plane. No trust issues here at all. And then, there's Sam training to become Captain America. This man is flipping, running, and throwing that shield around like he's auditioning for American Ninja Warrior Superhero Edition. Sam put in the work, y'all. And you could see it, every throw of the shield was basically him saying, I got this. This is my legacy. Plus, it turns out the best way to fight bad guys is push-ups. So many push-ups. But the heart of the series, Isaiah Bradley, his story was the emotional gut punch no one saw coming. A black super soldier who was erased from history and left to suffer in silence. Every scene with Isaiah was a powerful reminder that being a hero isn't always celebrated, and the legacy of Captain America means different things to different people. Marvel really brought the heavy social commentary here, and they nailed it. And let's talk about the finale. Sam Wilson, Captain America. The suit, flawless. The wings, iconic. The shield, chef's kiss. I mean, he was flying through the air like, yeah, I'm the captain now. And I was just sitting there like, take all my money, Marvel, you've earned it. And Bucky, my guy Bucky finally looked like he was having fun for once. Throwing hands with super soldiers, cracking a smile here, and their therapy works, people. Even if you're a 106-year-old guy with a metal arm, character development is real. Oh, and John Walker? After all that, the guy basically gets demoted to US agent, which is Marvel's way of saying, you tried, but let's not put you in charge of any more symbols of freedom, okay? At least he gets a cool black suit. Silver linings, I guess. And then Sam's speech, powerful stuff. He's basically like, I'm a black man wearing the stars and stripes, and I'm not going to shy away from that. It was the kind of moment that made you want to stand up and salute your TV. The show really went for the big topics: race, power, legacy, and it didn't pull any punches. Final thoughts: The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like a buddy cop movie, but with more therapy and existential crises. It's funny, it's action-packed, and it makes you think about what it means to be a hero. Also, it's basically one big will they, won't they, be best friends situation with Sam and Bucky. Spoiler alert, they totally do. So yeah, Marvel did it again. The show gave us a new Captain America, fixed Bucky's emo phase, and reminded us that if you ever get offered a shield by an old man from Brooklyn, just take it. Don't question it. Just take it. Like, subscribe, and remember, no shield, no problem. Just do some push-ups and call your therapist. You'll be fine.